Hello, everybody. Welcome to this evening's 60-minute powerful flow class. I'm really happy that you're here. Today's practice is kind of a little bit of everything. It is especially focused on being a grounding and calming practice. So that doesn't mean that it's without sweat or without the invitation to heat things up a little bit. But overall, we're going to be focusing on cultivating a very grounded and easeful sort of presence. We'll also be doing a lot of opening across the chest and shoulders, along with some back body strengthening, plus a focus on the core. So the focus on the core is like not to punish you or be like, we're gonna do some sit-ups. It's not like that. That's part of what's gonna help us achieve this grounded, very steady sort of feeling, is that stability through the core and the legs, allowing us to open up from there. So in terms of props, if you have one, I brought it with me. If you have one yoga block, we're going to use it during a core section to support some postures. If you don't have a yoga block, grab a pillow. And if you're like, I don't want to grab anything, that's also fine. You can still participate. We're going to get started laying down on our stomachs in crocodile pose for some diaphragmatic breathing. If laying on your stomach is uncomfortable or unavailable to you for any reason, you could easily lay down on your back and tune into the same breath rhythm. So I'm pressing play on the playlist linked below if you'd like to follow along. And you can meet me laying down on your stomach for crocodile pose. So for this, the legs go out long behind you and hands stacked on top of each other for your forehead to rest on. This is just so that your nose doesn't have to squish down on the ground. You can arrange your arms and legs in whatever way feels most comfortable and supportive to you. And before we tune into this diaphragmatic breath together, give yourself just a couple moments to fidget, to get comfortable, to maybe just take a couple big sighs on your own, allowing yourself to settle into this practice. Just creating a little bit of a transition from whatever day you were having before this and whatever day you'll continue to have. Just a couple moments of mindfulness and stillness to usher in this moment. You might find that light pressure on your forehead feels really nice. Maybe you find a little self-massage, just a little wiggling around of the forehead on the hands or the mat, wherever you are. See if you might relax your arms more. Letting the chest and the belly and the hips weigh heavy down towards the ground. And now to breathe diaphragmatically, or big, deep belly breathing. As you inhale, I want you to visualize their belly button pressing into the ground as the belly fills up with air. It might feel kind of weird. I feel like there's not a lot of room to fill up, but just try your best. And then as you exhale, feel the belly deflate. Notice the temperature of the air as it escapes your mouth. And again, like that, breathing in deeply through the nose, filling up the pit of your belly, feeling the low back fill up with air. And then intentionally releasing, letting the body soften. Keep this breath going on your own. It's slow, it's purposeful. Nice job. Take 3 more rounds on your own. Notice any urge to rush. Let yourself just be here. Nice job. When you're all done, you can keep your arms and hands as they are, and bring the left leg up into half frog. So if you want to take a peek at me, this is the left leg goes straight out from the body. Your ankle is under your knee. So it's just leg goes straight out, 90-degree with the ankle. This is just some light opening for the hips. So keep breathing here. You can keep resting your hands on your head if that felt good. Good, and now we'll transition from half frog into a twist. So gently press up into your forearms. You're going to thread your right arm underneath the left. So you're reaching the right arm. This is reaching out towards your bent leg. And then open up your arms so your arms are out like the letter T and you're in a twist. Give yourself a couple breaths here to settle in. We're reaching the left fingertips as far away from the right fingertips, allowing the back of the heart to relax. And from here, we'll do 3 open books. Start to generate some openness across the heart. So bring your left hand to clap on top of the right hand or close to it. And as you inhale, arc the left arm up, up, up overhead and then out, stretching your arms as wide as you can as you breathe out. Let's do that again. Return to center. As you inhale, you're reaching up and away. And as your arm falls down, breathe out. Let's do one more just like that. Inhaling to expand and reach. Exhaling to settle. Good. Gently return onto your stomach. We're going to take the same thing on the other side. So both legs go long behind you. We'll send the right leg out this time. There is no wrong way to do this. If you're like, but I don't feel anything, or but it feels bad. If it feels bad, find something that does not feel painful to you. If you don't feel like a big, huge stretch here, that's okay. It's a little bit more subtle. So we're pushing up now. We're going to thread the left arm underneath the bridge of the right. And with a big breath in, we open up. The right arm opens away. And now we're in this twist on the other side. Give yourself a minute to try to settle the body here, breathing deeply. Noticing where you feel tense, maybe a little stuck. And now we'll bring the breath with 3 open books on this side. So bring the right arm towards the left. As you inhale, arc the right arm up. We're lengthening the wingspan all the way, all the way, all the way down to the ground, breathing out. Good. Return to starting position. Find 2 of these on your own. Really letting the inhale bring an expansiveness and an openness, and the exhale allows you to settle. Beautiful job. And when you're all done, we will return back onto our stomachs and find Sphinx pose. So arms are like the number 11. If you're already feeling a little warm, you might bring your elbows directly under your shoulders. For something a little more chill, you can maybe bring the elbows in front of the shoulders a bit. But either way, we're going to start to activate through the upper back here. So hug the shoulder blades together behind you like you're trying to hold a pencil between them. Find a little more openness across the front of your chest and collarbones, sending even the shoulder heads back behind you. Push your hands down into the mat. Push your elbows into the earth. Drag them back towards your hips. And breathe here. Your glutes should not be completely clenched, but if having them be totally relaxed doesn't provide enough support for the low back, negotiate an engagement through the glutes that feels supportive, but still lets your back do the work. And now there's an invitation here to find some movement with the neck. Maybe you draw big circles with your chin, exploring your full range of motion. Maybe you open and close the jaw, working out any tension through the face. As you continue to breathe, maybe you look over the left shoulder and over the right shoulder, just checking in with the sides of the neck, noticing what might need some extra love throughout practice. Couple more breaths here. Keep that awareness and engagement in the upper back, your heart shining forward. You're starting to feel a little heat building, a little shake. I'm right there with you. Good. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, push back to child's pose. Toes touch, knees are open as wide as feels good. Fingertips crawl forward. Let your heart and your chest melt down towards the ground. For a side stretch, crawl your fingertips over to the top right corner of your mat. This is a big stretch for the left side of your body. Take 2 breaths here. Nice. Gently return to center and crawl your fingertips off towards the left side. Find 3 big breaths here. Nice job. Gently return to center. Press yourself up onto all fours. We're in a tabletop position. And before we start to find some cat and cow movement through the spine, set yourself up to be supported and stable here. So fingers are spread wide, using the whole surface area of your hand to support you, and start to grip at the mat with your fingertips and with the knuckles that connect your fingers to your hand. So your palm pops up like a little suction cup. You have like little gecko fingers on the mat. This might feel like extra in tabletop, but this hand positioning really supports you in downward facing dog or any other arm balances. So as you breathe in with your strong hands, lower your belly, lift your chin up, inhale. And as you exhale, round and curl through the spine, push your hands into the ground, cat pose. Flow with your breath from movement to movement, adding on anything else that feels good. You've got about 30 seconds all on your own here. Nice job. 2 more rounds. Nice job. All right, we'll find stillness in tabletop. If you're feeling any sensitivity through the wrist, you can go ahead and use your fists here. We're going to do some bird dog, start to wake up through the core, also give the low back some stability. I love it. So I do fists on the mat because sometimes it's just a lot for the wrist. So let's do left hand or fist towards the center of your mat. Send your right toes straight back and then lift the right leg up in line with the rest of your body. This is hard to tell what I'm doing because I'm wearing all black against a dark background, which is a great choice, but you want to watch for this dip in the low back. So if you reach your left hand or one of your hands back and you notice there's like a dip in your low back, can you push your low back up into your hands? You might feel that engagement through the core, and then lift the right leg back up from the very top of your right hamstring. So like where your butt meets your leg, think about lifting from there. Amazing. The leg is already tired, which is just what I wanted. And so now you're planting the right hand. Reach the left hand forward. As you inhale, lengthen your arm and leg away from each other. So strong. And as you exhale, hug elbow to knee underneath you. As you inhale, lengthen again, going for as much control in this movement as we can. And exhale, crunch. Let's do one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Great control, and then release. So we're back on all fours. We're going to do this nice and slow on the other side. Left leg goes straight back this time. Keeping both arms on the earth, lift the left leg up. Bring one hand to check what's up with the low back. If you feel that arch through the low back, this feeling of tucking your tailbone under you, it's going to lower the left leg, and then you isolate the leg muscles, the glutes, the hamstrings, and lift. Good. I know it's tough. Keep that engagement through the core that's holding you here as you reach the right arm long and away from you. As you inhale, lengthen both arm and leg like you're Stretch Armstrong. And as you exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one. Inhale, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Squeeze, 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 and release. Awesome job. Make your way to downward facing dog. A great time to take off your socks if you're wearing socks. Good. You're doing whatever feels good in downward facing dog, maybe pedaling out the legs, maybe surfing the heels from side to side. Your hands are sliding, re-engage that suction cup, gecko hands through the fingertips. So fingers are spread wide and then angled slightly out. So your index fingers point straight forward. Grip the mat with your fingertips, with the knuckles that connect fingers to hands. I'm not calling this its real name, which is dumb. I should be. This is Hasta Bandha. Bandhas are locks throughout the body. This is hand lock, Hasta Bandha. Great for down dog. All right, we're going to get into the calves here. Come down onto both knees. Bring the right knee onto the left calf. And the amount of intensity you bring to this is completely up to you. So we are using the right knee to provide pressure on the left calf. You might just put it in one spot and then sink the hips back ever so slightly and be like, that's good there. And then move the knee up. Or you might be actively kind of wiggling around. There's no wrong way to do it. Just a couple breaths here. Keep the face soft. Good. And then tuck the toes, lift your hips back up, downward dog. Take a moment just to notice the difference. If you observe a difference between the calf we just gave some love to and the one that we haven't yet. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So come back down onto your knees. Use your opposite knee to provide some tough love to the other calf. Whew. If this is like pretty spicy for you, notice if you're clenching your jaw or bringing tension to somewhere else in your body. I'm just like squinching my face right now, trying to take my own advice. It's so hard. Wow, calves. You deserve more love. All right, let's go back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, ragdoll pose, walk your hands back to your feet, walking the hands back, back, back. No wrong way to do this. Feet can be as wide as feels good. Knees can be bent. We're letting the head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy. Maybe you're finding a twist or a chest expansion. Maybe you're grabbing for the back of the neck, gently tugging the spine longer. You have 3 more breaths. Good. Release your fingertips back down to the earth. We're going to make our way up to stand. You may either kind of unroll one vertebrae at a time or bend the knees, bring the hands to the hips and stand all at once, whatever feels better to you. Nice. And then make your way up to the front of your mat. Place your feet a comfortable distance apart. So they can be touching. They don't have to be. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up high. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Keep breathing here. Anchor both feet down towards the ground. Maybe you spread your toes a little wider, shift the weight forward and backwards. Find steady, equal footing between the two. Start to draw energy up from the legs. This is squeezing the thighs, squeezing the glutes. You can't actually do this, but imagine you could hug your two hip bones closer together. Sometimes just that energetic intention to hug up and in can find a little more intense stability there. And then as you inhale, reach the arms back up high. This is mountain pose. As you exhale to the right, side bend. You might bring your hands into a steeple grip, interlacing them, releasing the fingers. You can keep your arms like just a distance apart. What's most important here is that we are still rooted through the legs, core is turned on. We're finding some lift up out of the hips. Good, as you inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale over to the left, bending, bumping the hips off to the right. Start to notice if you're crunching through this left side body, if you're trying to bend so far. Think of this as a lift first. You're growing taller, taller, and then over with the space that you've created. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. So strong. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, fold forward. Soften your knees, come all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and pause. Plant your hands, shoulders with distance, step straight back. Keep breathing here, you got it. Use the whole body to support you in plank. So like, yes, arms, an obvious choice. Could you use your legs more and share the work with the arms? You're squeezing your legs, squeezing your glutes. Imagining you're wearing a belt buckle, send it more up towards your belly button. Pushing your hands into the earth. Still engaging that hasta bandha, that hands lock with the hands. Imagine you could hug your thumbs closer together, so strong. Lengthen the back of your neck, breathe in. Exhale, lower to your belly, invitation to drop to the knees first. Toenails push into the earth. Inhale, Cobra pose. Feel your heart up, hold here, keep breathing. You can either push the heels of your palms into the ground and drag them back towards your hips to open up more. Or as you warm up, you might experiment with doing less pressure in the hands, maybe even hovering one or both. Just noticing what it's like to have the upper back do the work. Breathe in once more here. Exhale, lower down, nice job. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're gonna flow through that set of movements twice now, matching breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, walk to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain, strong legs. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, center, strong core. Exhale, bend to the left. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and hold if you want, or lower to your belly, up to you. Inhale, Cobra pose, peel the heart up and forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once more through, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bend left. Great control. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and hold or lower to your belly. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Let's move on. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips down and back, reach your arms forward, hold and breathe here. If it's a lot on the shoulders to reach forward, bring your palms to heart center, it's all good. I want you to think about sinking your butt further back behind you, not necessarily further down, shifting weight more towards your heels. And then wherever your hands are, bring them to your outer thighs, about halfway between your knees and your butt. Push your legs out into your hands, push, 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 and then meet that resistance with your hands. And now keep this engagement through the legs as you put your hands back wherever feels right. Good. Inhale here, you got it. As you exhale, chair plane, legs stay as they are, hands go back behind you. We're popping the chest up and forward, engaging kind of like Cobra pose through the chest here, pinching the shoulder blades together, lifting up and forward through the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Could you sink 1 inch further back and down? Exhale, chair plane, lifting through the heart. Keep your core tight here. We're doing this one more time. Inhale, chair, you got it. Exhale, chair plane, lift the heart. So good, so good. Inhale, chair, you got it. Exhale, release. Nice job. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Option to hold high plank. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, kick the right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Maybe you're drawing circles with the right knee. Maybe you're letting gravity just gently open through the hip. Wherever you are, you're here for 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, right leg straight up high. Exhale, thigh to chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze like you could knee yourself in the nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step the right foot through. It's okay if it takes a couple steps to get there. Plant the left hand or the left fist. As you inhale, reach the right arm up high, twist. Hold and breathe here. Squeeze the back leg for more support. Turn your core on and allow the twist to come from whatever the core will allow. So we're not yanking open the right arm, we're reaching the arm long, controlling the twist with the core. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, plant both palms. Inhale, warrior 2, spin your back foot down, windmill open. Take your time to get settled here. We're gonna be in this shape for a couple of different movements. So we're looking for heel to heel or maybe heel to arch alignment. And this stance is challenging. So this lunge is like tough to hold, but it's not impossible. How long your warrior 2 lunges says nothing about who you are as a person. So this is like maybe more of a, at least for me, was more of an issue when class was in person, but I'd be like, look at how strong that person is, I should. And it's like, don't do that. So this is a challenging for you today shape. We're hugging the heels towards each other like you could scrunch up your mat underneath. Core is turned on, even here, fingertips are long. Breathe in. As you exhale, extended side angle. Lots of options here. You might rest your arm on your thigh if you want to focus on this twist up towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, maybe the bottom arm is lifted. Maybe it's reaching down. But notice if this back leg is just hanging out. Can you use the back leg to anchor you, to support you here? Inhale, keep this lunge, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and back. Left leg can fall down the thighs. Could you recommit to this lunge in the right leg? I know it's tough. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going right back in. Good. Inhale, reverse like you're a piece of seaweed in the ocean. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Woo. And as you exhale, all toes point in the same direction and we swoop down. Good. 2 breaths here to let the head hang heavy. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge towards the right leg. We're going into a side plank here, planting the left hand. So plant the left hand and then you step the right leg back. You might lower the left knee for more support. Feet might be like you're walking on a tightrope or stacked on top of each other. Maybe you've chosen to come down onto your left forearm instead. Whatever version of this shape you're in, keep breathing. Keep trying your best. Bump your hips up higher like they're a rainbow. Stretch both arms long. Inhale here. Exhale, high plank and lower to your belly. Awesome job. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's go nice and slow on the other side here. Inhale, kick the left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up the hip. You're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, side to chest, squeeze and power up. Nice job. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Again, okay, if it takes a couple steps, plant the right fist or the right hand as you inhale, twist, lifting the left arm up. Keep breathing here. Look down if that feels better on your neck. Squeeze the back leg. And then experiment with engaging the core to see where this twist might take you. Left arm reaches as long as it can. Right arm is long too. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Spiral up and open. All right. Maybe my speech will carry more weight on this side because now you know how long you're holding this shape. So it's always good to just check in and be like, what is motivating my decision? Is it my ego or is it my sense of presence and judgment? And you know what? Sometimes the answer is the ego. Even when no one's watching, you're like, but look how strong I am. And that means that I'm a better yogi. That's not true. So you're doing something challenging for you. You're working at your pace. I'm working at mine. I'm out of breath. I'm really just killing time until we get to the 30-second mark. And we're there now. So inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you're trying out a couple of different options. Remember to use the back leg, squeeze the right glute. Still hugging your heels towards each other. Inner thighs are active. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the lunge. You got it. Reaching, stretching through that left side body. Breathe in again. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going into our little flow here. You got it. Inhale, reverse, keeping the lunge. Exhale, extended side angle. Relief is coming. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Calm down. Good. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge towards the left foot. We're setting up for a side plank on the right side here. So plant your right hand, step the left foot back. And again, we've got options. Find a side plank that feels challenging, but possible for you here. Breathe. Remember to lengthen through all arms, all legs. Lifting up through the hips, relaxing through the face. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. All right, whose idea was this? Just kidding. All right, we're gonna flow through once, matching breath to movement, starting at the top. So take a big breath in here and a big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, chair pose, sink back and down. You got it, engage the legs. Exhale, chair plane, like a string is connected to your heart. Nice, twice more. Inhale, chair, sink and reach. Exhale, chair, plane. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Last one, inhale, chair. Exhale, chair, plane. Lift the heart, lift the chin. Yes, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Amazing. Inhale, lift half. Exhale, high plank or lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, thigh to chest. Squeeze it up. Good. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge with control. Plant the left hand. Inhale, twist. Squeeze the back leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, burst open. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep the core tight for this whole part. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. So graceful. Inhale, reverse. Keep the lunge. Exhale, extended side angle. Amazing job. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. We're skipping the side plank. Inhale, high plank. Step right back. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Last side through. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, thigh to chest. So strong. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Plant the right hand. Inhale, twist, left arm to the sky. Exhale, lower. Inhale, warrior two, spiral up and open. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep the lunge. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Squeeze your back glute. You're doing amazing. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. So good. Straighten this left leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to the left leg, low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, lower down to your knees. If you can, we're gonna push into a core section. I know you're tired. I know you're feeling a little out of breath. If you need water, you can grab it. But if you feel like you could push a little bit, I invite you to go straight into just a teeny tiny core circuit. And then afterwards, we'll do more diaphragmatic breathing, which is great. We got to practice calming our heart rate down because, small spoiler, it's about to elevate a little bit more. So if you have that block or that pillow nearby, you can grab it now. You can keep it next to you. You don't need it yet. We're doing 3 exercises here. And you can totally do your best at all of them. I know you can. So the first is going to be eagle crunches. So come all the way down onto your back. We're going to do the right leg over the left, right arm under the left arm. If your palms weave to touch, that's great. If not, you can grab a big bear hug. Rest your whole spine down on the ground. As you inhale, we're lengthening arm and leg away from each other. And as you exhale, we're squishing the low back to the ground and crunching elbows to knees. So as you inhale, your low back might come off the ground just a tad. We're still trying to keep it rooted. And as you exhale, we crunch up. Good. This is about quality over quantity. So if you get 5 of these and you move with your breath, you're using your whole body to control this movement. That's just perfect. So we're going for 5. I'm at 4. Let's do 1 more and then we'll switch sides. You're doing so good. Amazing control. Good. And we switch sides. So left leg goes over the right, left arm comes under the right, or just a way that feels different than whatever you maybe accidentally did on the other side. As we inhale, lengthen arms and legs away from each other any amount. As you exhale with a sharp elbows and knees. And the rest of these are on your own pace. If you have not yet discovered the magic of like breathing loudly to support effort, I'm here to tell you, the gym bros know what they're doing. Try it. Next time you come scrunch up, can you do a forceful exhale, kind of out your teeth? It's amazing, right? I think I lost track. I think I have one more. Well, I never thought I'd give the gym bros credit here. All right, let's take a little tiny break. I will be honest, those were the worst of them. What we've got up next is not quite as challenging, and it has a cute name. It's called penguins. This is where you use your block or your pillow. You're gonna put the block in between your knees, and then zombie your arms straight forward. Slowly and with control, bring your back all the way down onto the ground. All right, so you're gonna put the block between your thighs, give it a squeeze, wiggle your heels a little closer to your glutes. You're gonna lift your shoulder blades up off the floor. Arms are still zombieing forward. Keep your low back squished down and hover to the right to tap your ankle or as close as you can, and then back and then to the left. So can you imagine why these are called penguins? So cute, right? Amazing. Now, continue to breathe. I know this burns. You're doing amazing. If you feel a lot of tension in your neck, maybe imagine that you are holding a peach underneath your chin. So your chin is tucked, but like gently, you know? And if you're like, Abby, what's going on? You're doing great. And we're only here for 4, for 3. It burns, you're doing great for 2. And 1, release down, set your block off to the side, hug your knees into your chest. Awesome job. We'll meet in boat pose for our last one. If you like the stability that squeezing a block between your thighs brings, you can do that again. If you weren't a fan, we're gonna meet in boat pose. Hover your toes on the ground, hands can go behind your knees. Use your hands against your legs to pull your chest up and forward. Shoulder blades pinched together, heart is lifted, chin is slightly lifted, and then lean back until you feel your core catch, but your spine is still really long. This is boat pose. You can stay exactly like this, breathing. If you want a little more, lift the toes up any amount. If your back is still long and your chest is still lifted and proud and you still want more, maybe you practice lifting the arms like you're reaching for a giant teddy bear. But again, this first bus stop we left is still boat pose and there's no pressure to go any further. Continue to breathe. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let yourself rock back, hug your knees into your chest. We are done with core. You did so good. And then when you're ready, we'll roll onto our stomach for crocodile pose, just like we started practice. Doing some diaphragmatic breathing. So legs are as wide as feels good. Head rests down, maybe on stacked palms. Notice your heart beating against the mat. Notice the feeling of your breath, the temperature of the air, sensations of clothes against your skin or the mat against your skin. And start to take big, slow breaths down into your belly button. And as you think about not just filling up the low belly like the long way, think about filling up your belly and rib cage in 3 dimensions. So also out to the sides and back. Good. If this feels good and you'd like a little more time to recover, you can stay just like this. For a really nice chest and shoulder stretch, we'll do shoulder pigeon. So send your left arm out like to the side, like the letter T. Reach it, crawl your fingers a little further away from your body, and then reach your fingertips a little bit up. Slide your right hand underneath your right shoulder for a little support. And then if it feels okay, you can start to lean onto the left arm, opening up across the front of the left chest, maybe using this right arm against the floor for a little support. And then we'll come back to center and then find that on the other side. Still breathing slowly, intentionally, bringing the heart rate down. Good. When you're ready, come back to center and press yourself up and back to downward facing dog. All right, we've got some kneeling lunges left. I had a request to do the same, if you were here a couple weeks ago, the same kneeling lunge to half split kind of sequence, but a little more slowly so we can really enjoy the sensations. So as you inhale, kick the right leg high. And as you exhale, low lunge, right foot steps through. Lower the left knee to the ground. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked. Walk the hands up your right thigh. Hips are pretty warm at this point, so you can push the back foot into the ground, push the right foot into the ground. You're hugging your legs towards each other, building this strong foundation through the legs. And then see what feels good. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Stay, keep breathing here. Maybe you find what might feel a little bit like a back bend or just more of a lift up and out. Continuing to breathe here, keeping the left glute squeezed for support. And then as you exhale, we'll straighten the right leg any amount. Hips come backwards. This is where your block or your pillow next to you might help just bring the earth a little closer. And from here, you might point and flex through the right toes, sending them from side to side, checking in with the back of the right leg. Good, now we'll flow between these two shapes really slowly. And I want you to imagine that you're moving through honey. So as you inhale, we lunge forward, reach the arms forward, up and back. And as you exhale, half split, straightening the right leg any amount. Again, like that, inhale, lunging forward, opening up through the heart. And as you exhale, half splits. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. Good, now crawl back forward into a low lunge and we'll find runner's lunge. So both of your hands are inside the right leg. You could walk the right leg further away from your body if you wanted to. You've got a lot of options here. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows or you can use your block. Maybe you want to bend the left leg and reach the right arm back for a quad stretch. Or as a final option, maybe continuing to bend and straighten into the front leg is what feels best to you. Here you have 5 more breaths on this side. About halfway. Good. Start to bring both hands back down to the ground. Step the right leg back to meet the left, and then back to downward facing dog. And then we'll do this just as slowly on the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step the left foot through. Bring the right knee down to the ground, toes are tucked or untucked. Walk your hands up your left thigh. Forgot to say on the other side, if it feels better to double fold your mat underneath your bent knee, that can bring some more cushion. As you root through the legs, activate through the back glute, reach your arms up. Maybe you sink forward any amount, lifting up and back through the heart, through the fingertips. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, half split, straighten the left leg. A couple breaths here on this first time through, just to check in, noticing any tension on this side. And now we'll flow 3 times between these two shapes. So as you inhale, start to rock back into the lunge, reaching up and back. Use the whole breath. And as you exhale, like you're moving through honey, half splits. Inhale, rock forward, lift the chest. Exhale, half splits. Last time through, inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Crawl forward back to a low lunge, making it runner's lunge by having both hands on the inside of the left foot. Again, we've got options here to get more into the opening of the left hip. Angle your left toes away from your body. You can play with any sensations you notice there. Just continue to breathe 5 breaths here. Gently bring both hands back to the ground. Step the left leg back next to the right. One last downward facing dog. Finding anything else you need from this shape. And when you're ready, come down onto your knees. Have a seat flat on your bum. We're going to lower ourselves down onto the ground with some control. You might zombie your arms straight out. We'll lower down together for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Nice job. Finding figure 4 here. So a little more love for the hip. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. Toes flex back towards your shin. Maybe you bring your legs closer to your chest. You can let that side go. Bringing the left ankle on top of the right knee. Flexing the left toes back towards your shin, stretching through the outer left hip. And let that side go. And this time we'll squeeze the right knee up and into the chest, letting the left leg go long. Breathe in and squeeze. Exhale, twist. Right leg comes across your body. Open up both arms long. You might play with goal posting both arms, just noticing how that feels across the chest. Gently bring the right leg back to center, give it a hug. And send it long, bring the left leg up and in, squeezing as you breathe in. And finding the twist as you exhale. Left leg comes across the body. Left arm opens wide, maybe finds a goalpost shape, and breathe. Return to center, send both feet up towards the ceiling, finding happy baby. And maybe you're holding onto the shins or the backs of the legs, maybe the feet. If you notice that your tailbone is up off the ground, grab for something closer to your body so you can cement your whole spine from tailbone to your neck down on the ground. And then if it felt better the other way, you can go back. Sometimes it's just nice to notice the difference in ways we could express the shape. And find whatever you need in a happy baby. This is our last shape before we spend some time in silence. When you're ready, hug yourself into a teeny tiny ball. Take one last breath in. And as you exhale, find your final resting shape. Something that feels supportive and comfortable. Palms up to receive energy or palms down for more grounding. And I invite you to continue to breathe and scan your body from head to toe, thinking systematically about relaxing the whole body, one piece at a time. If you notice your mind has wandered off, it's okay, just bring it right back to this breath, this moment. And if you have the time to stay and continue to rest like this, please do. If you're ready to be guided out, start to breathe more deeply and introduce some small movements to your toes and fingers until you find yourself in a big full body stretch. And as you feel how good it feels to stretch, how good it feels to find this space, this ease through your body, offer yourself just a little bit of gratitude, of appreciation that you did show up for this. You did take this time for yourself when so many other things were competing for your attention, and know that that is never wasted. When you're ready, you can gently roll onto one side, then press yourself up to a tall seat, and we'll end with 3 big breaths together. So finding a tall, proud seat. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, maybe look up. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart center, this gesture of grounding. Again, breathing in, reaching for something good. And exhaling it, bringing it to the heart. Once more like that, breathe in, biggest breath of all Wednesday. Biggest breath out. Lift your thumbs up to third eye center, merging heart and mind. We bow in gratitude to each other and to the roots of this practice. Thank you so much for practicing together today. Cool. Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you are feeling grounded as advertised at the beginning, and strong in the core as also advertised in the beginning. We'll be back. Will we be back next week? We will. I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you again for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.